Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Brenda's here with me, the most amazing moderator on the planet. Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Well, I'm good, and I'll tell you why I'm good.
Tell me. Coffee candy. You are hilarious.
That's all it is today. Just my candy.
Well, you know, it's
now keep in mind, and I only buy one a year. So.
Is that like your Costco find though? That thing was huge.
No, I got it on Amazon.
Okay. God bless Amazon, right?
There are days. I mean, there's a candy store in Virginia City that's like 90 miles from me that we go to in the summer.
That's a bit far to go for candy, but
and they're closed in the winter. And I ran out. So what do I do? You know, it's my vice. But you know what? I only buy one a year. So
my Amazon find that I have to bring in are these, I don't know, I think it's like a 5-pound bag of gummy bears. The good gummy bears. Okay. It gotta be and I can't pronounce it. Starts with an A. I don't remember the name.
My son's favorite. I know exactly which ones you mean.
Yeah. And there's like, I don't know, 10 flavors. Gotta have my gummy bears. In fact, so those of you that have followed me for a long time, you remember I had to go in for that test that you have to do when you're over 50. Right. And so you had to be on this liquid diet. Those of you who have watched, you remember we had a whole discussion. But I found out I could eat gummy bears because you have to be on this liquid diet for 24 hours. But you could eat gummy bears. I ate a whole lot of gummy bears. But you know what? If you have to go through that test, at least I got to enjoy an entire day of gummy bears.
It's a win. It's a win.
It's always a win.
Take them where you can get them. Like my grandpa or Mark's grandpa always used to say, all candy's good, just some's better than the others.
There you go. Yeah. But I have to be honest, coffee candy, not my favorite. I love coffee. There's something about coffee. Maybe it's because I don't put sugar in my coffee.
Oh, probably.
That could be it. So.
And if it's got sugar in it, then yes. So.
But coffee ice cream, oh my gosh, I'm crazy for it. So. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to see Brenda in about a week. Bring me some of those. I'll try yours. Maybe I'll like those.
Okay, I will.
So,
all right.
Well, I'll tell you what. We always like to chat for just a little bit and give everybody a chance to get online because YouTube tells you I'm live, and then you have to go. Oh, no, I got to get to my computer. I got to get it pulled up on my phone. So we always like to give you that little bit of time. All right, guys. Fabulous cards today. I was really excited about I'm sure it's an idea that's been out there before, but do you ever have those stamping ideas that you go, this is new for me? I don't know. Maybe I dreamed it. Maybe it's a brand new idea. I don't know. But this is what I came up with the other day. Let me go over to my stamping table and show you. So we're going to be creating, I'm calling it a matchbook card. You guys remember the old matchbooks? Do they even make those anymore? I don't know if they do. But we're going to use a designer series paper to kind of just be amazing for us. And you can see it just tucks into a simple little matchbox. I've got another card I'll share with you as well. It's in purples and it's going to go, so this of course is going portrait. I'm going to show you a landscape one as well. So we do have a free download that's going to go along with the card. And I know you guys love that. So all your measurements, your supplies, photos, you can order any of the supplies. We're going to be using the Marigold Moments bundle. Hands down, my favorite bundle right now. You can order right there. And then if you need to come back and watch anything in the video, you can scan or click right there. That free download is for you. You'll find the link to that in the YouTube description. It'll take you to my blog post today. If you're watching live, it's there in the chat. Brenda's going to share the link to the free download as well. All right. Well, real quick, I did say that we are going to focus on the Marigold Moments bundle. Can I just be real transparent with you guys? Saw it in the catalog and went, it's flowers. And I just kind of moved along. Well, I ended up purchasing it. I thought, well, I really like it because, it's one big flower. And you guys know, I kind of like to create simple and quick. And I thought, well, I think this will do just that. And who knew this was going to become my most used, most loved stamp set. If you watched any of my videos, I've used it a lot. big time favorite right now. So we're going to be focusing on this bundle. But I'll tell you what, we're going to start. Let's talk about the supplies you need to create the card. Cajun Craze, not a color I typically use. And do you know, since I got this bundle, I have used this color a lot. Cajun Craze, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so a quarter sheet. Okay, we're going to need another little piece of Cajun Craze. This one is a 3/4 by 4 inch. If yours is bigger than 3/4, it's fine. This is really just a scrap. We need at least 4 inches long. And that is what we're going to use to create this scallop. All right. So that, again, just a scrap. I've got 2 pieces of basic white. They are the same size. These are 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then, of course, the designer series paper. And like I said, the designer series paper is the star of the show. This is from the Delicate Desert DSP. But you know what? I loved this color, especially with those marigolds. And I thought the soft succulent there on the inside was going to be really pretty because remember, you are going to see the inside of the card, so the DSP and the outside. I did some scoring on this. Oh, I need to tell you this. This is 4 inches by 10 3/4. All right, 4 inches by 10 3/4. I have scored that, so I put the 10 3/4 up at the top. Guys, if you'll score that at 1 inch and 6 1/4 inches, okay, that's again what will create that matchbook. All right, well, get this, we're ready to stamp. So we're going to get going here. I am going to bring in some grid paper just so I don't get messy. I'm going to start, let's see, I'm going to start with the big flowers because they're kind of my favorites. So I'm going to bring in, I'm going to be using Mango Melody and Cajun Craze for my marigolds. Like I said, crazy combination, but I'll tell you, when I started to create with this stamp set and I saw how gorgeous this 2-step looked, I just mind blown, right? All right, so I'm going to stamp this in Mango Melody right here, doing it on the side because I need a little more room here. Now I'm going to come in with the Cajun Craze and we're going to go right on top of it with the outline. If you have not seen this stamp set in action, prepare to be amazed. First of all, I love 2-step stamping. And I hope I can see this because the camera's right where I need to see. You guys are probably going, no, Connie, you're off. I probably am. It is really hard when that camera's right there. And it's like, I can't see. Okay, are you ready? Pow. Right? Pow color. I'm telling you, it's incredible. Love how that looks. Now I'm going to come in with a soft succulent ink pad so that we can stamp our stems and our leaves. So we're just going to kind of tuck that in there. All right. So all of that is stamped and ready. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to put these away yet. We're going to go ahead. You know what we are? We're going to go ahead and stamp the piece that's going to go on the inside. But I do need to adhere it down first. Adhesive. Where did you go? You're right in front of me. Okay. So let's get our adhesive on here. And the reason we're going to go ahead and adhere this and then stamp it is I need to see where to stamp because look at that. Ink. Okay. So you can see our little matchbook flap is coming right to the edge of that. So let me open that up and we're going to use a different stamp. This one's a little bit different. You see it's just a little bit smaller. And we're going to stamp this right down here at the bottom. All right. Do you see this part of the flower? Somebody tell me what that's called. I don't know. I don't know. It's that thing. I'm going to come in. There's a single flower. And the reason I'm pointing that out is this stamp has some points in it. So I can, why am I not getting that where I want it? What am I doing wrong? You guys are laughing at me. There we go. Again, camera in my way. Let's get that right there. I'll get it. Oh my goodness. You know, I got to tell you, I think it looks really pretty just like that. I do. So it gives me an option. I can create, they don't have to be the marigolds. I'm going to do this one right here on top. And again, do you see how that is just sliding right into those points. Pow again, right? Amazing. Hey, this is going to be a thank you card. So I'm going to stamp thanks right up there at the top. Love the font, by the way. Let's see. Oh, I need one more bit of stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my Cajun Craze out. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to kind of fold this in place. You know me. I like to just do all my stamping at the same time. So just down here, again, not on the flap, we're going to stamp You Have a Heart of Gold right on there. Now, if your designer series paper is too dark or too busy, you could always just do that on a just a square, or you could do a die or something. So feel free to use whatever you want right there. Okay, let me move this so that we can do some die cutting. Bring in the most wonderful machine ever made. So I'm going to be die cutting these. I've got plate 1. This is the thin plate adapter 2 and a cutting plate 3. And let's see if we can cut all of this at the same time. I always love it when I have the opportunity to do one cut on my die cutting machine instead of 2, but I am a little tight here. We'll have to see what happens. And get that one lined up. And then our leaves. I'm telling you, my die cutting machine next to my dogs are some of my favorite things in the world. It's fabulous. All right, lined up. Perfect. Now we're going to top it with another cutting plate. Come straight down so that those don't shift. And we're going to run that through. Let's see what you guys are talking about today. Sharon is here, and she said, I made it live. Hi from Choctaw, Oklahoma. I love my fellow Okie friends. All right. I'm glad you're here, Sharon. All right, so here we go. We have our die cuts. That's good to go. Oh, I put my machine away. Oh, I'm such a dingbat. Let's try this one more time. We got one more die to do. All right, same plates as before. I love scallops so much. So what we're going to do with this scallop is we are going to line it up at the bottom of the cardstock. So the flat end of the die is going to go at the flat end of our cardstock. Now you want that to go in straight because you don't want your scallops to be crooked. So we're going to make sure that looks good before we run it through. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do one other thing. Can I do one other thing? It's the OCD in me. I want these points to line up just right. So they'll line up right at 4 inches. So if I put one point there, I'll have another point there. Anyone else do that? You just want everything to be nice and straight. All right. I'm going to put that down. We're going to run that through. Oh, Kathy says the sound is fine here. Lori says my voice is fading in and out. You know what, Lori? My microphone is right straight in front of me. And so sometimes when I'm having to bend down to pick something up or grab something off my table, sometimes my voice will cut in and out. But I hope everything is working for you guys. All right. So there is our pretty little scallop. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and bring in our card because, oh my gosh, it's already time to put it together. So easy. All right, I'm going to take my adhesive and we're going to add this to our scallop. And friends, you are going to put this scallop side down. So we'll line up the edge of the scallop with the edge of the designer series paper. Again, just dresses it up. Why am I crooked? Why am I crooked? Maybe I'm not. Am I crooked? Maybe I'm crooked. All right. Now, we've got to make this into a matchbook. And of course, we can't quite leave it like that. So here's what I'm going to recommend you do. I'm going to put adhesive on either side of the score line, whichever one. But you want to go right along that score line. And here's the thing. I can see this is how far down my paper's going. So I'm good as long as I don't get too close to that. So, and for this, I will tell you, I want you to go all the way down. Don't try to save on adhesive here. We want to close that up because we want to be able to tuck that back in. See how we did that? Okay, we're going to add this to that piece of Cajun Craze. Come on, adhesive. There we go. My adhesive needs a little coffee as well. You guys know me and my coffee. Brenda, bring on the coffee candy. All right. That one's just being stubborn. All right, we'll add that to the Cajun Craze. There we go. And now we're going to take those pieces that we die cut. You know what? This one, I don't know. Do you guys do this? It's bothering me. It's so kind of, sometimes it's just real thin. I just find it easier a lot of times. I'm just going to use my multi-purpose glue. And I'll tell you what, you have two options here with your flowers. You could add them, or you could do them with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'll tell you what, options. We like those. How about we do this one with some Stampin' Dimensionals? I love dimension on a card. You guys know that. And these little guys are so affordable. It's really worth it. You know, it's not a lot to add a wow to a card. So let's do dimensionals on this one. And it's not a thick card. You know, it's designer series paper. So it is, missed one. It is a little bit thinner. Now, one thing I want to do is, and it's all kind of dependent on where things go. But if you want a little bit more of those leaves to show, we can kind of lift that up. I could lift up this one as well if I didn't glue it down to it. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I'm good. And that is going to drive me crazy because that is crooked. I don't know why it's crooked, but I'm going to fix it. But I have got, it's one of those days, guys. I have got some of the Simply Elegant trim. And this is, if you can see, it's a real pretty gold, which of course looks great with these marigolds. Marigolds, gold. Okay, I'm going to take a mini glue dot. This is my favorite way to add these little tiny thin bows. I'm going to roll that into a ball. Don't overwork it because we don't want it to lose its sticky. And you can see I'm going to add that there. And then press, give it a really good press. Press that gold bow on there. And now we've got a fabulous thank you card. And you see that will just...
Hey, Connie.
Oh, yes.
Can you tell us what that scallop die is?
It's part of the marigolds.
Oh, it is part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. Isn't that great? And sometimes, you know, we see these and we kind of miss them. I love that scallop. It's like a little bonus in my opinion. But yeah, it is a great little scallop. And it's a nice long one. I believe it's got to be at least 6 inches long. So you could do, well, in fact, how about I show you? Because I'm going to show you now. This is my landscape version. Okay, so you could take this card either way. So you see on this one, we definitely need a longer piece of our scallop, but we have plenty to do that. I tell you what, I'm going to show you how I did this card, but guys, you just saw me do all the cutting and the stamping. But let me give you the measurements. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 of fresh freesia. Then I have 2 more pieces. This is my scallop. This one here is a 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Again, as long as it's 5 1/4, 5 1/2, and at least 3 1/4 inches, you're good. So it's truly just some scrap. So we can cut that. And this is for my sentiment. And this one is 3/4 by 3 1/2. We're going to make a Mother's Day card with this one. 2 pieces of basic white. Same size. These are 3 1/4 by 5. So a little bit different than our other card because of course we're going to go the other direction with it. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and do some stamping. And will you guys give, oh, how about my designer series paper? Isn't that beautiful? This is the Pretty Prince. And look, I got a great Blackberry Bliss on the inside. I've got this gorgeous print on the outside. Let me give you this measurement. It is 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. And I have scored, these are a little bit different, scored at 1 inch and 5 inch. Okay. And that's what's going to create this matchbook. Okay. All right. Let's do some stamping, but I have to clean my stamps. So I'm going to clean stamps and see what you guys are talking about. Love the cards, Connie. Thank you. Oh, Lisa Edwards said, oh my gosh, the purple one, right? I know. When I created the purple one, I got very excited. I love how it turned out. Like I said, I just have to clean everything because I sure don't want Cajun craze in my fresh freezy ink pad. All right, I think I got it all. Let's get that out of the way. All right, here we go. So bringing in my fresh freesia, where did my grid paper go? It always makes it a little easier on me. Fresh freesia. And can I tell you, when I came up with some of these color combinations, I played with a lot of different color combinations. And this one I thought just came out beautiful. All right. So you've seen me kind of do this. We'll stamp our background right there in fresh freesia. Move that for a second. Blackberry Bliss right on top. And just like Lori said, oh my word, it's beautiful. All right, right on top. And give that a good press. Prepare yourself for wow. I know, everybody say it with me. Ooh, ah, I know, fabulous. All right, now for this one, for the stems and the leaves, I'm going to use Evening Evergreen. I wanted something really bold with this one. So we will add our stems and leaves there. Again, we're going to die cut that just like you've seen me do. And now for the inside of the card. And let's see, I have to go back and look and see what I did. Oh, looks like I kept it at, oh, we're making a Mother's Day card. And so I'm just going to put the flower down here in the corner. And this one, we don't have to worry about where it sits on the card. The matchbook is not going to interfere with it at all. And so we're going to do that same technique now with our fresh freesia. Get my little points and my flower lined up. Beautiful. Oh, look what I just did. I dropped it in my ink pad. It's a good thing it's on the back. All right. Let's now come in with the Blackberry Bliss on top. And you know it's going to be a wow because you've already seen it be a wow. And we're going to do it again. I'm telling you, fabulous stamp set, you guys. I highly recommend this one. All right. So we are going to go ahead and start to put this card together. I'm going to kind of clean up my space here. So let's add this. Like I said, this is going to be a Mother's Day card, but and this stamp set has a Happy Mother's Day in it. But guys, go through your stash. What kind of card do you want this to be? It can be anything. Many times you'll see me kind of stick to a stamp set for a card, but you guys know, you have fun with the cards or with the sentiments that you have in your other stamp sets. When you add this one to the card, do you see we're centering it up on the left side and the top and the bottom? This is our matchbook. All right, so we want to kind of leave that card open, that area open. And you guys remember, we're going to come right down. We'll seal that up. Okay, so there's the matchbook part. Again, I've already done it for you. This was from that 4 1/4 piece of scrap. Let's see if Connie can get it on straight this time. We're going to add that to our card. And you know what? This is another one. Sometimes I love having lots of adhesive. I'm, you know, you just never know what I'm going to pick up. But sometimes when things are a little bit smaller and my adhesive is a little wide for it, that's when my multi-purpose glue comes in handy. All right, let's line that up right there. Again, remember, I am right along the edge of that designer series paper. All right. We will close up our card. Let's decorate here. And for this one, I'm going to use that same trim. Oh, wait, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I do need that done, don't I? Come back in with that green. How about some Blackberry Bliss? Oh, Candy says she loves both. Yep, going to have to get this set. Girl, listen. I'm not lying to you. This has become my go-to. All right, we're going to stamp Happy Mother's Day. And guys, this is important. You're going to want to stamp your sentiment all the way over on the left-hand side because this will tuck underneath our matchbook. So we want to make sure we kind of have that space there. All right. So let me open this up really quick. And we will add this to the front of our card. Okay. And I can see, can you guys see the seam right there, the score line? That will help me get that just right. Okay, we're going to tuck that in. We've got our gorgeous flower going on, plenty of room to write our message. Let's add our leaves and stems just like we did before. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to come over that sentiment just a little bit. Back in with Stampin' Dimensionals. Like I said, optional. Well, it's going to be optional because I don't know where I set them down. Where did they go? Everything disappears on my desk. Well, you know what? I will find them some other time. But good news, this card looks great without it. Now we can add our flowers. I don't want to go off, okay? So I want to be very careful. Well, I'm going every which way, aren't I? Let's do that. I'm covering up a leaf, but I'm all right with that. There we go. Remember our little elegant trim. I'll tell you what, let me just bring in my original so you can see my elegant trim. See? You put the sentiment down a lot further, everything is going to fit. So there you go. And I just added that bow again with the mini glue dot that I rolled up. And you know what? Look what I did. Oh my goodness. So this card, I put this on the outside instead of the inside. So options. I let the darker side be on the front. Get creative. You know, there's no right or wrong, but don't you love being able to let that designer series paper be the star of the show? And really, it didn't take a lot of cardstock to create the cards, did it? Easy, easy. I hope that you guys liked those. I sure had fun creating those. Like I said, it was one of those little ideas that popped into my head one day while I was creating. Probably, you know what? Can I be honest? I probably scored something wrong and went, oh, look at that. It can kind of be a matchbook. That's how I create. So thank you guys for being here. I sure do appreciate you. Don't forget to grab your free download that goes along with the cards so that you'll have those measurements if you'd like to recreate them. And as I said, if you need to order any of the supplies, Marigold Moments bundle, hands down, you can order that there at simplysimplestamping.com. And then there's also that supply list on my post for today. So you can go there. There's a direct link down in the YouTube description. So you'll find that as well. Get your free download, order the bundle if you don't already have it. And guys, if you liked the video, if you like these cards, you know what I like? I like thumbs up. Thumbs up on YouTube make me so happy. I love knowing what you guys are liking and what you enjoy. And if you haven't subscribed, hey, there's a subscribe button just waiting to be clicked. It's saying, click me, click me. Yeah, you can click that, and then YouTube will let you know whenever I'm back with another video. There's even a bell if you cling that bell, YouTube will actually send you notifications when I'm live so that you won't ever miss. But hey, if you ever can't be here live, no problem. The replay is always here, always, always. And so we are thrilled to have you, whether you're live or on the replay. Brenda, thank you again for being here and moderating for me. I appreciate you so much. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Oh, wait, I need to tell you this before I say goodbye. I will not be live next Thursday. Almost forgot. I'm going to be at the home office for Stampin' Up! Next week for an Achievers Retreat. So I will not even be in my stamp studio. But not to worry, I got you covered. There'll be a video. I have a video that I've created. You will have, oh, let me tell you, these are awesome cards. In fact, the cards that I created for this video are the cards I'm going to be doing for the demonstrator swap that we're going to be doing. So we all created cards and we'll swap with each other. And the theme was a fun fold. So I thought, well, hey, I'm going to teach you guys how I'm creating my fun fold for the swap. So that will be next Thursday. Be sure to check it out. It will be there at simplysimplestamping.com or here on YouTube. Now I can say goodbye. Thank you. Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.